Hello and welcome to this new Flutter tutorial, and in this tutorial we'll be learning about creating alert dialogues or simple dialogues in Flutter. So this will be a simple tutorial where we'll not be going into creating custom dialogues, but if you want me to make a tutorial on that, making more user-friendly and more vibrant looking dialogues, then I'll surely make that tutorial also. Just mention that in the comment section. And so let's get started. Okay, so we'll be creating this sort of alert dialogues here. Now we have, let's go back. Okay, so we do have this small button here that says alert, and when we click on that button, a dialog is shown, and your name and whatever I type here. Let's say I type Mark. I type Jerry, and when I submit that, there is a snack bar there. Okay, and if you want to know how to implement snack bars in Flutter, I have a tutorial. I'll link that in the description, so you can watch that tutorial also. So for now, I'll just delete the code here, and I'll just delete the code, and here I'll just control save that, and okay, so now I only have this button here that says alert, and nothing happens when I click that. So how to create alert dialogues in Flutter? Basically, we have a show dialog function. So we want the dialog to appear when we click on this button. So we have a flat button here. So when we click on that button, we want the alert dialog to appear. So I will create a new function, and I will call this create alert dialog. And this will take the context that says context, and here, sorry, in Flutter this is called build context, and here we'll be returning a show dialog. Okay, so and in the context we'll be passing the same context that we receive in the parameters. Okay. So basically, this show dialog function is given to you by Flutter that returns a widget. So here it has a property. The first property is the context, and the second property is the builder. And in the builder, like in the builder that we use here, and in the scaffold also, there is a builder, and it takes a context. And this is the same context that is being passed in the function as an argument, and in the show dialog function will return an alert dialog. Okay, so there are various other type of dialogues also. There is also simple dialog, and this is more customizable. I'll not be going into that, but if you want the tutorial, I'll just make that for you. Just mention in the comment section below. For now, we'll be using alert dialog, and what alert dialog takes is a title, and for the title, I'll just be passing a new text. You can pass anything like an image view or a new container and your custom widgets, but I'll just pass your name as a heading. Like, we'll be asking for the name of the user, and there is also content property. And in the content property, we'll be passing a new text field because we want the user to be able to enter text into the dialog. So for the text field, for text fields, as you know, there are two properties. One is the controller, so that we can access the property in the actions. Okay, so there's a controller. I'll just create a new controller here. That is called, I'll just create that in the function itself. I'll call that text editing controller. I'll just call this my custom controller is equal to new text editing controller, and thus I'll just remove the new keyword. It's not really supported by Dart 2. It is, but it's not convenient. So I'll just pass the custom controller to the controller property, and there is we don't really need anything else because there is also another property for the alert dialog that is said to be actions. So whatever actions we want to perform, for example, in Android you have on positive and on negative selected. So here we can pass a new button. You can see that this is an array of objects, an array of widgets. So I basically can pass 2 or 3 buttons and provide different tasks to the buttons. So you can pass different functionality to different buttons and all that. So I'll just create a new material button. Okay, so in the material button I'll add some elevation of 5.0. Sorry. Elevation of 5.0. I'll create a new child that says that is just a text. It says submit and on pressed, and in the on pressed I'll just leave this to be empty for a while, and basically this is it. Yeah, for now I'll just save that. And one more thing that so what will happen is that I'll just call this function here. I'll just call that create alert dialog, and we'll pass the context to the dialog. Okay. Okay, and so let's see if the dialog appears. We'll just click on that, and yeah, the dialog appears, although nothing happens when we click on the submit. So why is that? Basically, okay, we're not doing anything when the submit is clicked. What we want to do is we want to exit the dialog. So I have explained the same thing in the navigation tutorial that is in my channel. I'll just link that in the description also. So on the onPressed method, what we want to do is we want to use Navigator. That is basically used for every navigation related thing in Flutter, and we use navigation.off context and dot pop. So we want to pop out the alert widget out of the context of the application, basically. So in the pop, I'll just pass the data that we want to pass back to the activity or the widget, the parent widget, that is the home screen. So we'll pop the custom controller dot text dot toString. So the custom controller, what is happening is that when the user fills the text field, we have passed the custom controller as the controller of the text field. So we'll get the updated value of the text in the custom controller, and we'll take that value out when we pop back from the alert dialog. Okay, so we'll be passing custom controller dot text dot toString. We'll be passing a string back to the home screen, and we'll save that and see what happens now. Okay, I'll just save that again and go back and see, and you can see that the dialog box closes. So if I come here, there is no way for me to catch the value that is being returned by the alert dialog. If I put string here, it won't catch the value, because basically when we click on this button, alert button, it will create a dialog, and it does not know when the dialog will return the value to it. So in such cases, when you don't know when something will finish, when a current how long will it take to complete the current function, and how long will we have to wait for the value. So in such cases we use what is called future. So it is kind of like promises in JavaScript, and you can see you might have seen async await and promises in JavaScript and ES6. So it is kind of the same thing. So what we want to do is we want this current create alert dialog to return a future. So we also have to pass a type to the future. So we can see that in the Navigator we're passing a string. So we'll return a future of string. Okay. So what is happening now is the create alert dialog, when called, is creating this alert dialog using the show dialog function. And this alert dialog, when popped out, will return a string, which will be returned to the show dialog by this statement. And further, the show dialog will return that string using the create alert dialog's return type, that is a future string. Okay, so this whole method will return a value of a string, so we can catch that using the then function here. It is like the same the way the promises work in JavaScript, if you know that thing. So in the then, we'll get a value that is called onValue, and will be passed to a function that is in the then. You can see that dot then, and the value is passed, and a new function is there. So in this function, we have access to the value that is being returned by this create alert dialog. That is the name entered by the user. So here we'll create a new scaffold. Scaffold my scaffold. Oh no, sorry. I will snackbar. My snackbar is equal to snackbar undefined class snackbar. Yeah, there might be some typo. Okay, so in the contents, I'll just pass a new text that will display hello on $sign on value. Okay, I'm just doing string injection here using in Dart. So we'll create a new scaffold dot off context dot show snackbar, and we'll pass my snackbar here. Okay, so when I save this, you can see that when we enter some name like Mike and we submit that, there is a scaffold, a snackbar here that says hello Mike. So this is really a simple implementation of alert dialogues, and we're not doing anything fancy with them. If you want to create more vibrant and more customizable layouts for alert dialog, I'll make that tutorial in near future. So if you don't know how to implement a scaffold, snackbar, I'll just link that tutorial in the description, and hope you learned much in this tutorial. And if you like the tutorial, please hit the like button and do subscribe to my channel. It helps a lot, and thanks for watching.